Privatisation is a very big subject, one which has become very popular over the last 30 to 40 years. We find that government agencies are being privatised, government businesses are being privatised. And we have to ask ourselves, what really is the benefit of it? One of the big things as far as government is concerned is when they are in charge of the business or the service being provided, they can actually make decisions about what does or does not happen in regard to that. They are in control. Once you sell it off or even lease it, you lose control. And suddenly there is somebody else controlling and managing that particular service or that particular business. We have so many things that have been privatised. And yet really, when you consider what privatisation is, when an enterprise is owned by the government, technically speaking, it is actually owned by every individual Australian. And so if perchance it is decided to get rid of it, one would expect that each and every one of the Australian people would receive a direct benefit from that sale. That's what seems to be rather logical to me. And yet that doesn't happen. What usually happens is something is sold off and suddenly we find price charges for that particular service increases. We find the rules and regulations which that particular service did operate is very much different. And we are the very much poorer for them. We also find it more difficult to be able to lodge a complaint about failure of service, because what we have to do is to lodge the complaint with either the privately owned business that we've got no control over, or with a government appointed ombudsman, which all he can do is advise and direct the business to do what is right. Of course, then we get the government when it does things which is very strange. Once you sell something, then to pass laws to try and manage and control that thing which is sold. It's a little bit like me selling a car to somebody and then saying to them, even though I have sold you the car, you can only drive this car on certain roads. That is ridiculous. But in fact, when we put rules and regulations on something which is privatised, after we privatise it, what we are effectively doing is trying to take back control of something that we have relinquished ownership of. Unfortunately, I think the people in government only want the money from privatisation, but still want to control what it is. I think they need to understand what they are doing. Obviously, currently, they do not. You need somebody in Canberra that understands what process and what the result of privatisation is. I fully understand and comprehend the process, and by and large fully reject that it's a good idea because of the control function, because it is imperative that many of these things, whether it be the phone, whether it be the bank, whether it be electricity, we need to manage control of them so that we can approve the direction that they are going. Once we sell something, we lose control over it. We actually have no control over it at all. End of story. Let's get things right. If we want to have it managed, let's not sell it. I'm Milton Kane, Christian Democratic Party. Thank you.